Julia. Julia was an incredibly warm and friendly and compassionate person. She was always smiling, very positive, always positive. She was very humble in what she was capable of doing. But yeah, it just came naturally to her. She was effortless. Became a partner at Archer Cathro fairly early on. And then vice president of Attack Resources. And so, yeah, I do wonder where she would have got to. You know, from a work perspective, she loved to work collaboratively on things. For her, it was always about team and about succeeding as a team. Similarly, in her relationships, she spent a lot of time looking after those and looking after the people and making sure that she did all the little things that were necessary to make sure that they were happy and their lives were good. I think really her primary passion was people. That and knowledge transfer. She loved to learn and she loved to teach. And with all of the people around her, she spent a lot of time and effort mentoring them and training them and helping them grow. And took a huge amount of pride and enjoyment out of watching them blossom and watching them achieve things that they didn't think were possible. She was and is a role model for particularly young female geologists coming through. Generally, the way that I think geology will be 30 years from now, she will really be seen as somebody who pioneered a new way of doing things.
I learned so much more from her than I think she learned from me. She was a natural manager, and that her natural management skills came from her exceptional people skills. But Julie had the innate ability to recognize what the level of knowledge was in somebody she was talking to, just through questions she would ask about their level of education, their background, their experience, this sort of thing, and to speak to that level so that she was never leaving people behind, or she was never being condescending to people. Special talent that she innately had, and most of us take quite a while to learn that, sometimes the hard way. Like many things, she had such a world of promise ahead of her in so many different directions because she had so many good skills and abilities that in the end is probably the greatest tragedy, that there were so many people that were going to benefit from whatever direction she went. She was going to do it well.
Right out of the gate, I was working with a bunch of other really cool female geologists and working in the field with them, with Sarah Eaton and with Heather Burrell as well. Rob Karn is a legend, really, in the exploration industry in Yukon, as well as Doug Eaton. And, they're such amazing mentors to us. And the first field season that I was really managing the project in Yukon, Rob was there, and he was just always there to help out and answer questions. And his wife, who was a geologist, was actually in the field with us too. So I don't know, it's just the whole sort of family team of the Archer Cathro crew has been tremendously inspirational for the future.